After travelling around the globe, F1 is now ready to race again in Europe with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, which is set to be held this week. Even though this event is labelled by a new name, people still call it the Imola GP. The iconic circuit Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari, which was home to the San Marino Grand Prix a few decades back, is currently using this event. During the last race in Miami, Lando Norris was able to add a surprise to the weekend by recording his first ever Grand Prix victory, and fans are now waiting to see a more competitive race at Imola as well. Welcome back to Total F1. This is our pre-race analysis of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. But before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. Autodromo Internazionale Enzo Edino Ferrari is a 4.909 km long circuit, and the Grand Prix event is held as a 63 laps long event, covering a total race distance of 309.049 km. The event was held for the first time in the year 2020, as the original race calendar was disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic situation, cancelling several Grand Prix events. So this event was added as a replacement event of the revised F1 calendar. The initial plan was to hold this event only in that season, but with the absence of the Chinese Grand Prix in the subsequent year, Imola was lucky to remain in the F1 calendar. Anyhow, last year's event was not held due to heavy flooding recorded in that area. Up to this date, the event has been held 3 times, and 2 of them were won by Max Verstappen, as the Red Bull team was able to dominate the sport over the last few years. However, the fastest lap record here is held by the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton by recording a lap time of 1 minute 15.484 seconds during the inaugural edition of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. But we shouldn't forget that the history of this iconic circuit extends up to the 1980s. Since 1981, it has hosted Grand Prix events 27 times under the title San Marino Grand Prix. The layout of the Imola track always provides a thrill ride for the F1 drivers. The anti-clockwise circuit always provides the opportunity for drivers to enjoy the full throttle of their cars. However, drivers have to deal carefully with some iconic corners, as a little error is sufficient enough to upset their entire race weekend. After 2 back-to-back sprint race weekends in China and Miami, F1 is ready to switch back to the ordinary Grand Prix format this weekend. That means 2 practice sessions will be held on Friday, and the remaining session will be held on Saturday morning. Then the qualifying for the Grand Prix will be held in the evening of the second day. Then the Grand Prix event will be held on Sunday. When we look at the weather reports, none of them are as bad as in 2023. Drivers can experience more dry track conditions on the first day, with some more sunny spells. A gentle breeze throughout the day will create a more comfortable driving environment for the drivers, despite the temperature reaching a peak of 24 degrees Celsius. The climate conditions remain the same for the second day as well, but the temperature will fluctuate within a range of 13 to 25 degrees Celsius. Unfortunately, things will change on the final day. The race will start at 3 p.m. local time, and the chance of rain will increase up to 45%. However, the temperature will increase up to 22 degrees Celsius, and it will assist the quick drying of the track. The majority of teams prefer to go for a one-stop strategy here at Imola, as pit lane lost time is one of the biggest in the current F1 calendar. It nearly takes around 30 seconds for a full operation cycle inside the pit lane. The most common strategy is to begin the race with medium compounds and switch to hards in between laps 22 and 29. However, some teams will prefer to get an advantage at the start by using soft. Those cars need to take hards in the window between lap 13 and 18. In terms of performance, soft tyres will play a key role at the start to cement their track positions in the early part of the race. As drivers have to do long runs on hards, tyre management will largely affect the outcome of this race. The last event in Imola was won by Max Verstappen. Red Bull is still dominating the championship, and the reigning world champion is still among clear favourites to win the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. However, his dominance was challenged by Lando Norris during the last race in Miami. The McLaren team is showing a clear improvement in their pace department, which is sufficient enough to challenge Red Bull. However, we shouldn't forget that Verstappen damaged his floor while driving over a bollard, and it resulted in reducing the pace of his car by a considerable proportion. What we saw at Miami was not the optimum power of RB20, and it's not fair to highlight the performance of the McLaren team without considering the situation that the Dutchman faced during the race in Miami. The Ferrari team also showed some decent performances in the streets of Miami. They will surely become a decent threat to Red Bull's dominance in the near future with their continuous upgrade packages. When analysing all these conditions, we can expect some more closer battles between teams like Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren for the top spots in the standings in Imola. What are your predictions for the Emilia-Romagna GP? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula 1 news. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.